What's up, guys? Brian here, representing the Overlay Network, bringing you guys some replays. And the first one is Cyber-Dragon, so let's get on into it. So he goes first. I don't know why. Most Cyber-Dragon players like to go first, but when I showed Santo his replay, he was like, "This guy's trash." I'm like, I already knew that. So yeah, just pointing out the obvious, I guess. He wasn't really good. He left a lot to be desired. He could have done some other stuff, but I guess his hand just kind of was meant to go first. I guess he's just trying to see what it can go first. Who knows? But I just thought I showed you what this deck can do with boards that don't even look intimidating, but they do pack a punch. Because if you do open up the right type of back row, you can do a lot of cool stuff. So he goes into infinity. Already got one negate on board. Activates Power Bond. No idea why, but I personally would have saved it for going second. But that's just me. Or going into battle phase when he can't attack. So he goes Power Bond. He brings out the little big Chimera dude. So the little Chimera dude that can attack twice. So yeah, you see right here, open up with Light Stage, Candina, Awaken the Dragon, and Crackdown. So not really much, but we are nice with the top deck. We do top deck Strike, which is pretty prime if you ask me. So yeah, we activate. We not activate. We set the Strike in the Pendulum Scale, and we set the Crackdown in the other Pendulum Scale, and then it doesn't really look too intimidating. As you'll see, I'm gonna debate whether I even want to activate Candina or I want to activate Light Stage. I don't think I do. I don't activate either one because it's not gonna do anything, because he's just gonna negate it with Infinity, and I'd rather bait out the negate during his turn, because Trickstar can go first and second. We don't really need to play out of the extra deck if we have to, because a lot of people are trying to lock you out of the extra deck to begin with. So it's very, very good to just have that flexibility of knowing that, hey, even if I am locked out of the extra deck, it doesn't matter. I can go without it. Just shows you how resilient your deck can be, and which is very, very good, in my opinion. So right here, I just set Candina pass. So like I said, guys, this board is not intimidating at all, but you're going to see how quickly we can turn things around just with a couple of good trap cards. So Crackdown did not get hit on the ban list. That is awesome, because I'm going to be abusing the hell out of that card. So you see me right here. I target his Chimera. He activates Infinity, so he's still going to be able to send the materials to attack 2 times, and then have a follow up on top of it. But since I got rid of his big boy Infinity by chaining the Strike, he's no longer a problem. I take his resources. He's left with 1 card in hand and no cards on the field, but he still gets to send his cards because of Chimera's effect. I wasn't able to negate it. All I did was take control of the card, which is just as good at negating in some cases. So he brings out his Veer, which is pretty big with 2,100. I wasn't really going to be able to be over that to begin with, just because 2,100 is a pretty big defense. And then Trickstars don't really have big beaters, which is where the extra deck comes into play. So now I decided to activate Light Stage, so I can add the Licorice from deck to hand, so I can do 2 types of burn damage. So when he adds a card, and then on top of that, when he activate spells or traps, which is just going to do a lot of burn damage. So I summon Licorice over here, away from the Anima zone, relinquished Anima, and then he just quits. Yeah, he just surrenders, because I don't think he had anything to really do or follow up with. And now for the next deck replay I want to show you is some weird clown control deck. It was just a weird clown control deck. Yeah, there's no other way to put it. So right here, let's get past this rock, paper, scissors. So I decided to go first since I won. And like I said, we can go first or second. I just wanted to see what this deck could do going first. Now, our hand is pretty nice. We have a live stage, a way to recur resources. And then we have Lily Bell, which just helps us just attack directly. And yeah, so I'm trying to activate Candina's effect. I think I get Ashed right here because, like I said, it was a weird clown control deck. So yeah, goes with the Ash. That's fine. End phase. Sets 1. So at this point, I'm thinking he's playing Shadalls, because yeah, Shadalls like to set their cards flip effect based, all that good stuff. A little bit slow, but once it gets going, damn, is it nice to see. Especially if we're in pure shell like I do, which is tons of fun. So right here, main phase, he cyclones the Imperm, which is fine with me. I wish that was Awaken the Dragon, but even then it wouldn't have triggered because I got banished, not destroyed. So right here, I put my monster in defense mode. I pretty much crapped out. I don't know what I thought. I thought he had a Squamata or something. But then once he activated Extravagance, I knew he wasn't playing that. I was like, Maju, am I going to get OTK'd? And then, surprisingly, no. He gives me a Kaiju. You don't want to strike that. At least I have a bigger body. He gives me a bigger beater, which is fine. I need beaters with Trickstars. The only way I can go in is with my extra deck. So now I chain the strike on the big machine Kaiju. He's like, damn, this sucks. Flips over his clown, which lets him, this card changes from defense to attack position, you can return one monster on your opponent's side of the field, return it to their hand. But since it was his, it just goes back to his hand, which is pretty lame. So right here, I'm like, I have 2 forms of interruption on his turn. Like I said, 3 interruptions, three negates. Pretty much that's game. That, like, if your deck can push 3 negates, then you got a pretty good running solid engine of a deck, and then your deck is just made well, dude. I mean, if you can push the 3 negates, that's pretty good. And then right here, you see me take control of his clown. He gives me back the Kaiju, I think, because I think he wants to top deck a Kaiju, because that's the only way he's gonna out this, I guess, situation. Or I guess he didn't like the fact that I was just trolling him back. Now that I look at this replay, yeah. He didn't like the fact that I was trolling back. So he gives me the Kaiju. I have no idea why. I think he was trying to top deck another Kaiju so he can special summon it. So right here you see me, I have 2 life stage. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah. So now I can burn through one and not feel so bad about using one. Because this is at 3, thank God. Thank God. I just wish life stage was back at 2. Activate it. My opponent's like, damn, what is he up to? Should I chain? I'm like, I don't know, bro. Do you want to chain? So we wait, and we're waiting. As you see, our hand advantage and then field presence is still nice. So right here, he finally is like, screw it, I'm going to let you do what you want to do with that. I add Candina back from my graveyard to hand, which is what Live Stage can do. It's a very good card. They go Judgment on my Candina, so I can't even search out my other Trickstar card. So I'm just like, do I want to activate my second life stage? But I'm like, I don't think this, is this harder once per turn? Yeah, you can only use each of the following effects once per turn. So yeah, I don't think I would have been able to add back Candina. But I had to use my normal summon, so there's no point in me losing hand advantage. So I just go into battle phase, I attack, and then I end phase. He top decks nothing. And he's like, this sucks. 2 cards in hand, no cards in the field. He just quits, and that was it for that one. And then for this last one, it was a Harpy Tri-Brigade. At this point, I forgot to record the very beginning of it, but he had played through an Ash and a Veiler, and then he made me go first. So yeah, that's where you see Licorice in the graveyard. So he goes into battle phase, attacks, main phase 2, brings out his Conductor, which is fine. I'm like, I wouldn't have gone into it. I would have just tried to have board presence, have bodies on board, but I don't really know Harpies like that, so who knows. Summon Licorice, end phase, nothing. We're both at that. I'm just trying to get damage on board, and I don't want to get attacked directly, so there's that. He's got Hysteric Sign, which I think lets him add resources from deck to hand or send resources to the graveyard, which is, I guess, important to them. And then he activates his Harpy Harpist effect to target one card you control and one card I control, and then bounce him back to hand. Then he attacks for 17. That's fine. So I talked to Candina. I'm like, nice, I can finally do stuff now. So I'm really hoping he doesn't have an Ash, and he does not. And then right here, Licorice is trying to see if I want to bring her out. I'm like, not right now, girl. You stay away. So I'm like, okay, I'm at 4,600, pretty much half my life points. I got to start doing some type of damage in here because I don't want this to be such a quick game. I want to be able to have a good replay, and this is probably the best replay of the day because it shows you how quickly Trickstars can just turn things around with the burn damage. So right here, I added Lilybell because I'm like, all right, I need to get bodies in the field, and I want to be able to do burn damage on top of battle damage because every time you do damage with Trickstar, it doesn't matter if it's attack or effect damage, they take 200. So, and it's not a hard once per turn. It's just 200, 200, 200, 200, unless they get rid of the life stage, which is very annoying. And then I really want this card back at 2, as you guys can tell. So yeah, we have it. We're doing what we need to do. And then right here, you see me trying to chain stuff. I activate Lilybell. So when she does battle damage, you can add a Trickstar monster from your graveyard to your hand. So now you see me, I have 2 Licorice, and Licorice is not a once per turn, so you can bring her both out. And even in the middle of the battle phase, because it's a quick effect. So I bring out Licorice, attack, 200, 200. So you see how quickly he's going down in life points just like that, dude. And then he probably misplayed, if anything. Bounce back Candina, keep your hand fat, attack, whatever. It's telling me to chain stuff. I'm not going to chain Lost Wind. That's right there. Lost Wind was very clutch. So was the Nibiru opening hand. Helped make things much better. So right here, he activates his Harpus effect to add a card from deck to hand. But since he added a card, both Licorice are going to do 200 each on top of the burn damage life stage does. So he's starting to really feel the pressure. Again, 200, 200, down to 900. Very annoying, very powerful card, light stages. So now you see him go into the Samori package. Now the Samori package is nice. He combos off here, dude. I mean, he just goes off, and then I didn't stop him. I probably stopped him at the wrong time, but the fact that I had Lilybell in hand made it didn't matter because she can attack directly. He's gonna get big token, but it's not gonna matter because you know what? Lilybell can just attack directly and then go for game. Because this is game right here, pretty much, as you'll see. Activate a card, so I just set the Lost Wind back because you can set it the same turn you used it. Pretty nice. Just very, very powerful card. I mean, Osider is good, but not as good as Lost Wind, but who knows? And then he adds a card to his hand. I have no idea why, so he just takes more burn damage. He's down to 100 life points. And then he's going off. I mean, he's just comboing off, dude. I mean, I can't really say much else. You'll see right now. He played through the Lost Wind, brings out the Harpy Dragon. Now, I think Nibiru right here is telling me, do you want to chain? I'm like, not yet. So, he's got 2 level 7s now. He's going to go into the generic Big Eye, which is awesome for him. But I'm like, okay, we're going to Nibiru now because we just want to have something. Because I think that would have been game if he attacked, yeah. So bring in a Nibiru, give him a token. I put it in there to that zone because I wanted to go for a relinquished anima sometime later in the game. So I can just take that and get a big old token for myself and have anima just be nice and big. So he pretty much ends his turn. That's what Nibiru does, just ends turns for combo. I top deck an Ash, which is great for me. Summon Lilybell, battle phase, attack directly. He knows it's game. He says GG. I'm like GG. And that was it, boys. And that's the Trickstar replays. Hopefully you guys like it. And yeah, it's Brian with Neo Overlay Network signing out. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of Trickstars, and will you guys be playing Trickstars with this new format? I know I will. Hopefully they can make some noise. But yeah, love this deck. Love it all. Peace out, boys. Hope you guys enjoy the content.